the big checkered red and blue or green and white plastic bag that almost everyone in West Africa knows. People use it for travel, for moving houses, for storage, even for going to the market. But do you know the real history behind it? Why it is called the GhanaMustGo bag? Today, we are diving deep into a story of migration, politics, survival, and resilience. At first glance, it looks so ordinary, a cheap plastic woven bag with a zipper on the top. But this bag carries decades of history. It is more than just luggage. It is a symbol of struggle, of movement, of hardship, and of survival. To understand this story, we need to go back to the late 1970s and early 1980s. At that time, Nigeria was the giant of Africa, blessed with oil money. The oil boom brought wealth, and millions of people from across West Africa came to Nigeria in search of opportunities. Among them were a huge number of Ghanaians, some say as many as 2 million. They came as traders, teachers, artisans, and laborers, contributing to Nigeria's economy, but things were about to change. By the early 1980s, Nigeria's oil boom collapsed. Price fell, jobs became scarce, tension grew. The government and citizens started blaming immigrants, saying they were the reason for unemployment and hardship. Whether true or not, the frustration was real. Then came the turning point in January 1983. The Nigerian president at the time, Shehu Shagari, issued an order. All undocumented immigrants had to leave the country immediately. No negotiations, no delay. Millions of Ghanaians were forced to pack up and leave. And that's when the famous bag entered history. Many of the Ghanaians had little money. They could not afford expensive suitcases or boxes. The cheapest, strongest option they had was a large woven plastic bag imported from Asia. It was light, it was cheap, it could carry almost everything. So they packaged their entire lives into these bags. Clothes, cooking pots, books, everything, and they began their journey home. Soon, the sight was everywhere. The crowds of Ghanaians moving with these checkered bags on buses, at borders, and at train stations. Nigerians started calling the bag by the same phrase they used to insult the migrants: Ghana must go. For many Ghanaians, it was a time of pain and humiliation, but history has a funny way of transforming things. Over time, the bag itself lost its shame. Ghanaians and Nigerians both embraced it as a part of our shared culture. Today, the GhanaMustGo bag is issued everywhere for travel, for storage, even for international migration. In fact, it's not just in West Africa. In Germany, it is called the Turkish suitcase because Turkish immigrants used it when moving to Europe. In the United States, it's sometimes called the Chinatown tote. Everywhere this bag tells the story of people on the move. So yes, the GhanaMustGo bag started as a symbol of forced migration, but it has also become a symbol of resilience. It tells us that no matter the hardship, people will always find a way to survive. It reminds us of the deep connection between Nigeria and Ghana, two nations that have had their ups and their downs, but remain tied together by history. The bag is more than a plastic and zippers. It is a reminder of the painful chapter, but also a story of strength, adaptability, and the human will to keep moving forward. So the next time you see this bag at a bus park, in a market, or even in your own house, remember, it is not just a bag. It is history, it is culture, it is survival. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who might not know the history of GhanaMustGo. See you in our next episode. We love you so much. Thank you for watching.